this is different than bubble sort. What I'm going to do is start from this end this time. And what I'm going to do here is I want the smallest number. I want to basically try to elect, right? There's election and selection. I want to try to find the smallest number and swap that with, as I'm going through my iteration here. So here I have 4. I'll keep this here as my pointer. I'll make the comparison here. 4 and 1, which one is smaller? 1. So I'm going to make this one here and point to the smallest number. But then here, from here on out, I want to compare the smallest value with the rest of the numbers within the array. So 1 and 3, which one is smaller? It's still 1. I'll say now, what is 1 and 6? 1 is still smaller. I'll say 1 and 2, 1 is still smaller, right? 1 and 8, 1 and 7, 1 is still smaller, 1 and 5. And so at this point, I'm only going to swap this here. This is smaller. Now I'm in this position. I'll move my pointer from 1 to the second position or index. And then here, I'll say 4, and I'll make the comparison. So 4 and 3, which one is smaller? 3 is, right? And then here, I'll say, is 3 smaller than 6? Yes. Is 2 smaller than 3? Yes. And so here, my pointer is going to go here, right? And then from here on out, I'm going to make the rest of the comparison. So it's 2 smaller than 8? No. I'm sorry, 8 smaller than 2? No. It's 7 smaller than 2? No. It's 5 smaller than 2? No. So here, where my 2 items are pointing to, I'll just make the switch. Go from there. So now I'll increment 1. I'll start back here, right? So with 3, it's 3, 6 greater than 3, 3 smaller than 6, yes. So it'll stay here, right? It's 3 smaller than 4, yes. 3 smaller than 8, yes. 3 smaller than 7, yes. 3 smaller than 5, yes. Right? So at this point, there's no swap to be made. I go into my next value, which is 6. And here, I'll make the comparison between 4 and 6. 6 is smaller, so I'll move my pointer there. And then now, I'm making a comparison between this value and the rest of the array. So 4 is 8 greater than 4. Sorry, it's 4 less than 8. Sorry, it's 8 less than 4. No, right? It's 4. Sorry, 7 less than 4. No, right? It's 5 less than 4. No. So at this point here, the only thing I want to swap are these 2 values. So I go to my next number, right? And then here, I'll do the same thing, right? 6, I'll make the comparison here, 6 and 8. 6 is the smallest value. And then I'll go here, 6 and 7. 6 is still the smallest value. I go here, 6 and 5. 5 is smaller. So these 2 will be swapped. And as you see here, you'll see that the numbers are starting to become, be sequential in order. But now, we've already made that swap. Now we go to 8, right? At this point here, we compare 8 and 7, right? Yes, 7 is smaller, right? And then here we'll say 7. We'll compare 7 to 6. 6 is smaller. So now this is the smallest value. And we're at the end of the array. So we're going to swap these 2 numbers. And we go to the next position. We make the comparison. And we'll say 7 and 8, right? 7 is smaller. And we're done with our comparisons. There's no swap. And then we check that. But then now our values are in order. And that's kind of how selection works.